segues into our first talking point, and it's after the last two games, the dismal games where we lost 4-0 to Darmstadt and 2-1 to Karlsruhe in that fashion, coming up against the highest scoring team in the league. Team had 24 goals coming into this, 0 shots on target. I think depending which app you look at, they had either 1 shot on target or 0 shots on target. XG of 0.22 for a team that scores 24 goals. That's pretty damn fantastic. It's back to that stout defending we talked about. Is it always most entertaining or beautiful? No, but it sure as hell got the job done, Jack. So I think the Schalke Crisis is averted for now. Gritty, disciplined, defensive performance. I think it just proves that Miron Muslic's defensive plan, it's working.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those games where I probably would have said beforehand that if we win, it's not going to be 1-0 and that we would probably need to score 2 goals or something.
Yeah.
Because Elversberg is that dangerous, and so these are the kind of games where I get nervous just because I feel like our offense isn't up to the task too often. But once again, yeah, if the defense can put in a performance like this, then you don't need the offense to do anything incredible. And as long as you get your goal at some point, whether it's a set piece or whatever, and once again, comes off a throw-in. I don't love it. I mean, like, I'm concerned about the offense, but we win games. You know what I mean? So, like, look, it was a fantastic defensive performance against, arguably the best attack in the league. So, yeah, great.
Eric says, sometimes I wish Karaman was a step faster. Sure, we all do. Michael says, Coach said after that Remmert picked up a strain in the warm-up. Okay, that makes sense then. But hey, great 17-year-old to put in there in his place, right? And then 2 weeks to get some injured players back. Yeah, because we international break. Kind of some players want to focus about the defense real quick. I want to give a shout out to Loris Karius because he got another clean sheet.
Yep.
He didn't really have much to do in this game, but I thought he was sharp. He was ready for it, like we've been talking about. But also, in particular, Hasan Kuruçay and Nikola Katic, 2 guys organizing that defense, look like walls back there. They do it on both sides of the pitch. Physical, getting the balls in the air, composed. These guys have been a godsend this year for us defensively. When we knew that was our biggest weakness coming in, they've kind of been a nice warm blanket as of lately, just calm some nerves back there for us.
Yeah, I thought Kuruçay had probably the better game overall, even when you take away the goal. But it was a good. I thought it was a good game from Katic too, for sure. When the two of them play that well, it's gonna make things easier for Ian on the side because he's having to play a lot of minutes right now that he wasn't anticipating playing at the start of the season with Becker out. So, and that's probably only going to serve us well going forward if we can keep getting clean sheets despite that. So, he's going to be getting a lot of experience that maybe he would have otherwise gotten at this early in the season and this early in kind of the Muslic reign. So, but yeah, Katic, great shout too. In addition to Kuruçay, obviously the goal scorer, but was good outside of that.
Obviously, if you haven't seen a thumbnail for this podcast, go check it out. The dive in the air by Katic. What a fantastic shot that was! Brilliant, whoever took that shot. So wonderful to see. But going back to Hasan Kuruçay, essentially a scapegoat because the last several weeks he hasn't been up to par of what we've been used to with him. Had some mistakes here and there, but obviously became kind of the hero, obviously, with the goal, but obviously his performance all the way around. Obviously, Moussa Sylla gets an assist in this game. Gets a point for him, even though he didn't get any goals in this one. But with Hasan Kuruçay getting back to what we've expected of him as being the best defender, essentially, for Schalke. Thoughts on what he means to us and what we need from him, I guess, for the season going forward, because is he not one of the key figures, I think, for this team to be successful?
Yeah, absolutely. And even when he had a dip in form, I wasn't super worried about it just because I think he had, bought the benefit of the doubt this season. I had no expectations for him at all coming into the season whatsoever. And it took me, a few games to kind of get on board because I don't think he showed a ton that was spectacular early, in my opinion, but like certainly won me over and is not only defensively solid, reads the game really well in that regard, but also he's good in possession. He can pick a pass, he can break a line with a pass, and he's scored multiple goals this season. So he affects the game in multiple areas of the pitch.
What have I said about his passing this year? It's been good, really good.
Yeah.
He does it
no, absolutely. So there's different areas of the pitch and different phases of the game where he can impact things. He's not a one-dimensional. Like Katic is a little bit more of a one-dimensional defender to some extent, but like he was very good in this game. So like, yeah, Kuruçay is great signing. I think very influential, and it helps take the pressure off when there's so many other like younger guys around him, whether it's Becker on the left of him or El Fauzi in front of him, or whatever the case may be. So.
Yeah, I remember, Michael says it's hard to believe he was a free agent in the summer. One of the guys that Bauman saw that Manga didn't. And I remember when Kuruçay got signed, I threw it away. I said, it's a depth signing. He's going to make no impact on the team. boy, was I wrong on that. And I'm glad I was wrong on that. He has been great to see. Like I said, I've been raving about his passing ability, long distance. We haven't had a good center back passer since Kaminsky, because Kaminsky is kind of known for that. But this guy is such an all around defender and has been doing everything. Even when he's had bad games, like you mentioned, I too I haven't worried either. I think of anyone back there, I was most comfortable with him kind of regaining shape. Katic, to his credit, he kind of had some slump as well for a little bit, but he seemed like he's back to his normal self, or our what we consider his normal self. So great time for the team as a whole and the defense to kind of shake out the cobwebs and get back to what we've seen so far this season. So